Casper Van Dien, here we are at Comic-Con again. I guess first off, just what brings you here? You know, I know that you are always in something new sci-fi, so just what brings you here this time?
All right, so thanks, Brian. It's good to see you again. And I am here for Salvage Marines, which is a show that's coming out on Popcorn Flicks July 28th for free. You can download this. You can get it on Apple TV, Roku, any smart TV, probably Google. I'm not quite sure. You can figure out that kind of stuff. But it's going to be for free. I don't know how they make money, but they're going to do it for free. So and it's a futuristic dystopia, challenging future that we're looking in. It's just a little wild, and it feels like there's some people that have put like a Starship Troopers Johnny Rico in my helmet photo from 1997, and they go 1997 Johnny Rico, and then they put me in this helmet right now 2022, and they're like, and now. So it's funny.
I was gonna say, you don't look that different.
Oh, you are. I love you. And don't tell my wife, but I love you.
Who's right behind us?
Yes. Oh, yes, she is. Oh, that's right.
And for you, just coming to an event like this, what does it mean to you? You do have such a long career in the sci-fi area, especially. Just a little bit about that.
I came to San Diego Comic-Con in 1997 for Starship Troopers. They all came to me and they said, "Hey, look, there's this thing called Comic-Con down in San Diego." I'm like, "I'm there," and they're like, "Oh, you want to do it?" And I'm like, "Yes." I'm like, but then they asked the other actors and they didn't want to come. Nobody knew. They didn't really know at the time, but I was that much of a nerd that I was like, oh my God, yeah. And I was here for Tarzan, then I was here for Sleepy Hollow. I was supposed to do Sleepy Hollow with Johnny Depp and Tim Burton and Christine Ricci, but they were all working. But so they were a last minute cancellation because their show went over or whatever it was. And I was like, man, so it was just me. And I said to the audience at the time, I'm like, I know you all wanted to see Johnny Depp and Christine Ricci and Tim Burton, Christopher Walken, but I'm glad to be here. Like, we love you, Casper. And I'm like, I love you. So
this is a place. I think they very much appreciate you here. Just what is it that keeps bringing you back to sci-fi as well?
I love the genre. I loved Star Trek when I was a kid. I wanted to be Captain Kirk. I mean, who doesn't? He got to be with the green women, the women with feathers. He had everything he wanted. He was awesome, and now I get to live the dream, and I'm around people that are just as much nerds as me. Some of them wear Toxic Avenger T-shirts. It's pretty awesome.
And for you, do you feel like you do get some Starship Trooper vibes from this new show? Can you talk a little bit maybe about similarities and differences?
Well, there's a lot of similarities and there's a lot of differences. In Starship Troopers, my character Johnny Rico was very much like, we're the mobile infantry. That's what we do. We'll do this. Yes, sir. That's what it's about. And sometimes I would go to Paul Verhoeven. I would go, should I maybe? He goes, no, this is great. This is great. So I was always that way. That character was that way, which has really worked. This character now that I am, I'm an older guy, and then we join up later to try to get rid of our life debt, because the only way to do it is to sign up, but the mortality rate is huge, like Starship Troopers, 80%, and then you're wounded, a big percentage of it too. But this character here joined up for a different reason. I joined up for a girl in Starship Troopers. I joined up for my child and my wife, and then I start questioning the corporation, which I didn't question in Starship Troopers. So there's differences and similarities and stuff like that. But the environment could be very similar. It's not as in Starship Troopers. It's more squeaky clean. Everything's perfect until all hell breaks out. Then it's not. And in this one, it's just hell. You're in living hell, and you join up to fight, and most of your friends are dying and or losing limbs, and then when they get a new limb, now they're in more servitude towards the corporations. So my character starts challenging his thoughts in that, which is, I think, it's interesting for me. So it's good to be able to have done both.
Yeah. And, I watched the first episode. There is another group shower scene.
Yes, there is another group shower scene.
Is that a coincidence, or?
I think the writer who wrote the books, Sean Michael Argo, was a fan of Starship Troopers. And then Raphael Jordan, who helped him write the script, was also a fan of Starship Troopers, and he's been to like Starship Troopers panels with me.
Yeah.
He's come and just joined and was like, "Hey, Casper," and so he's a nerd, and so they're nerds. And then the director Sean Piccinino was also, you know, a super nerd. So we're all like so excited about this genre, so excited about doing this.
And can you talk a little bit about working with your wife on this? I know through the past few years alone, you guys have done a ton of projects already.
We have done
Just what's the prep like when you're doing it together? Do you kind of work out together when you're?
We did work out for the role for this one. We were all working out. We had to because our friend Ashley Nunez is a track athlete, and she was like, she just take off, and we're all be like, oh God, no, Ashley. I mean, like she's a champion, and we're not. And so we had to step up in areas like that, and we had fun. But working with my wife, it's so great when you get to sleep with your co-star. Oh, she says, no, don't say that. But it is so great that I got to sleep with my co-star, because I'm not going to do that on any other production. No. No way. No sirree, Bob. You're not going to get me doing that. Unless it's her again. Then I'm going to...
Seems like you have a good working relationship.
We do. Sometimes I'll go on a movie and they'll be like, well, if your wife's going to be there, would she do a role? And I'm like, ask her.
Happy she's here.
Me too.
And lastly, I did want to ask just quickly about your daughter being on Stranger Things.
Oh.
'Cause that was such a big deal. All the fans loved her. Just when did you find out she had booked the role? And
Oh,
did you know
I knew a long time. She had to sign an NDA, but she said, Dad, I had to sign an NDA, but let me tell you. So I got to talk to I'm so close to my daughter. I love her. I'm so proud of her. It's so much fun to see all the people cosplaying her, and that she's a pop icon or pop culture moment right now. She's really in this, and I have people sending me pictures, and I also have so many Grace Van Diens following me on Instagram and Twitter right now. The Grace Van Dien Brazil or Grace with all these other things, and they love her, and I go she lives, and I go, I love her. And they go, we love her too. Oh, I love that you love her. And I'm like, so she and I are having fun.
And how was it for you just to see her death scene? Because it was so brutal, but
I was like, she's awesome. That's what I was like. I'm in this movie, so I love this kind of stuff. So I was like, it's a good death. Sleepy Hollow made me half the man I am because it cut me in half. And this one is going to make her the one with the eyes up in the ceiling. It's all great.